Columbia University settlement with Trump admin, what it means for higher education. In a significant development for the academic world, Columbia University has entered into a settlement with the Trump administration, restoring federal funding and research grants to the institution. This agreement comes with a hefty price tag, as Columbia will pay $221 million to the federal government, including $21 million to address alleged civil rights violations against Jewish employees. The university has also agreed to take disciplinary action against approximately 70 students involved in pro-Palestinian protests and to submit regular reports to a monitor to ensure compliance with the agreement. This settlement marks a critical moment in the ongoing battle between higher education and the Trump administration. To delve deeper into the implications of this deal, Amna Navaz, a respected journalist, spoke with Michael Roth, the president of Wesleyan University, on the NewsHour. When asked about his initial thoughts on the settlement, President Roth expressed a mix of relief and concern. He likened the situation to paying a ransom to secure the release of a kidnapped individual, emphasizing the relief that Columbia's funding is restored, but also highlighting the troubling nature of the federal government dictating terms to private institutions. It's a dangerous precedent, he stated, noting that such agreements undermine the autonomy of universities and other organizations. Claire Sitman, the acting president of Columbia University, defended the settlement, stating that it preserves the university's academic integrity and reestablishes its relationship with the federal government regarding research funding. She emphasized the broader impact of this funding on scientific advancements, particularly in areas like cancer research, which benefit the nation and the world. However, President Roth remained skeptical. He questioned whether Columbia can truly maintain academic freedom under the conditions of this deal. If you annoy the White House, you face litigation or fines that are unrelated to the facts of the matter, it explained, suggesting that this agreement sets a precedent that could lead to similar pressures on other universities. This is not just about Columbia. It's about the independence of civil society in America. Roth pointed out that the Trump administration has targeted multiple universities, including the University of Virginia and George Mason University, with similar tactics. He warned that this approach sends a chilling message across the country, affecting not only educational institutions, but also media outlets, museums, and other organizations. If you don't please the president, you're at risk, he cautioned, urging all Americans to be concerned about the erosion of institutional independence. One of the key points of contention is the administration's claim that the settlement combats anti-Semitism on campus. The Columbia Hillel Jewish Organization welcomed the deal, stating that it addresses the urgent concerns of Jewish students and staff about safety and belonging. However, Roth argues that the $221 million payment is not a genuine solution to anti-Semitism. Paying protection money to the government to do basic science is not a sustainable or ethical way to ensure Jewish safety, he asserted, emphasizing the importance of addressing anti-Semitism through meaningful, community-driven efforts rather than financial concessions. And this is the part most people miss. The settlement raises profound questions about the role of the federal government in shaping the policies and practices of private institutions. Do you agree with President Roth that this deal undermines the independence of American universities? Or do you believe that the restoration of federal funding outweighs the potential risks? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Linda McMahon highlights Columbia settlement as anti-Semitism template. In a pivotal moment, Education Secretary Linda McMahon highlights Columbia University's recent settlement exceeding $200 million with the Trump administration, describing it as a crucial step toward establishing accountability in higher education. This settlement arises amid rising tensions surrounding protests against the Gaza conflict, following the Hamas attacks on Israel on October 7, 2023. McMahon expressed her satisfaction with the successful negotiations, marking this agreement as a significant achievement. I'm delighted that we could conclude these discussions positively and now have a robust partnership with Columbia. They recognize they had an issue with anti-Semitism, she remarked during an interview with Fox News Digital ahead of her speech at the National Governors Association summer meeting in Colorado Springs, Colorado. She emphasized that this settlement not only addresses incidents of anti-Semitism within college environments, but also includes measures to eliminate discriminatory hiring practices and enhance the safety of campuses. The Trump administration perceives this as a historic settlement with Columbia, a university that has become a focal point for protests related to the ongoing conflict. McMahon advocates that this agreement will serve as a template for other educational institutions, stating, "This agreement will provide an excellent model for universities to follow." In a broader context, some Jewish leaders have expressed their concerns to Fox News Digital regarding what they term an existential threat facing Jewish individuals in New York. This concern heightened following the primary campaign of 33-year-old socialist Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic nominee for New York City mayor, whose reluctance to denounce the phrase "globalize the Intifada" sparked accusations of anti-Semitism against him. Despite this, Mamdani has since stated his intention to discourage this phrase and has reiterated his opposition to anti-Semitism in the city. Protests at Columbia University have seen slogans supporting Hamas displayed prominently, exemplifying the charged atmosphere on campuses. In light of the Columbia settlement, Fox News Digital inquired whether the Trump administration anticipates an increase in anti-Semitic incidents on New York City campuses should Mamdani be elected in November. McMahon replied, "We did not focus on potential future incidents during these discussions. Our efforts weren't aimed at a specific event that might happen later. However, the core significance of this settlement is that it will prepare the institution to handle any potential incidents effectively." She pointed out the good working relationship Columbia has developed with the New York Police Department, NYPD, as a part of ensuring campus safety. The terms of the settlement involve Columbia committing to enforce rigorous rules against any disruptive protests, banning the wearing of masks during protests, and maintaining trained security personnel, while fostering ongoing collaboration with the NYPD. They won't hesitate to involve law enforcement when necessary to make arrests. McMahon cautioned, consequences will be enforced. Expulsions and suspensions will happen when needed, and any criminal activities could lead to jail time. This agreement strongly emphasizes accountability, sending a clear message that students deserve a conducive environment for learning. With this settlement, Columbia University is aiming to create a safer and more inclusive atmosphere on campus, while setting a precedent for other institutions to follow. What do you think about these developments? Are universities doing enough to address campus safety and discrimination, or is there more that can be done? Voice your thoughts in the comments.